What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, folks? What's happening with you, man? Listen, guys, we are live tonight. We trying something new. Jumped out there and did this live right quick. See how y'all like it, man. See if we can get this thing jumping off. Uh, man, I'm gonna see if we can start doing this all the time, doing a little bit more, and try to work our way into it a little bit. And man, see how this thing turn out. See how it turn out. Uh, what you think about that?
Oh, I'm glad to be here. Let's see what we can make happen. Yep, we coming in live for all those people who, normally come and give us comments. We hoping that y'all will join us and let us know what y'all thinking and share your thoughts, and see how this live goes. That way you can talk to us.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, we've been chopping it up for a little while, putting some videos out there, man. People been checking these things out. But anyway, let's kick it off, man. I ain't finna sit up here and do a whole lot of talking.
Y'all be complaining about niggas being like stalkers and love with y'all kind of crazy shit and get tired of it. Well, guess what? I'm one of them niggas. If I love you, bitch, ain't nobody gonna have you. I'm gonna make you miserable. I'm gonna chase that nigga out. I'm gonna chase your ass around. And it's done.
Now
Yeah,
he just
yeah.
talked. We know
Believe
that.
it or not, man, it's a lot. It's a lot of guys that walk around with this kind of mentality. He kind of being facetious, but at the same time, he being serious. It's a lot of guys that walk around with this mentality. Uh, and it can be a dangerous mentality too.
Yeah.
That should go both ways, though. It go both ways.
Yeah, because there's women who are toxic and who will not give up. Lots of time people, don't want to see you with somebody else, and they have those toxic behaviors, but it never works out for them in the end. It never turns out the way they think it's going to turn out. Just unfortunately, in some situations like this, people get hurt, or somebody has to hurt somebody to get them out of their life, and it just doesn't make sense. There are too many choices out here for you to just get fixated on one person and start trying to wreak havoc in that person's life. It's crazy.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's how it go. Unfortunately, people um they tie their feelings into a relationship or a person so deep until their judgment becomes super super cloudy. And a lot of these guys are very emotional, very emotional. We live in a emotional world right now. Everybody holler about they want to think with logic, but from the looks of it, it's all emotional. And it has a lot to do with the guys. You know, women get emotional and they do crazy stuff, but guys can get real, real dangerous when they get to playing in their feelings. And we all know once an emotional man, he always gonna be that way. It's hard to talk an emotional man off the ledge. It's just hard to do it. It's just hard to do it.
But I think
Have you ever dated an
sometimes,
emotional man before? Like a guy that seriously you knew that you could poke at him and get him in his feelings some kind of way.
see, there you go being messy. Of course, I've had my share of emotional men. I've had some stalkers and some, I had to put a few peace bond on. Yeah, yeah, I've been there, sitting in the court, having the judge say, Miss Caprice, hopefully you make a better choice next time. Yeah, I've been there. Mm-hmm. Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Most of the
I
time,
think
guys they they'll fall for the same thing over and over. You see them with a certain a young lady or a wife or girlfriend, whatever it may be, and you can just sit there and watch her just poke at him and just poke at him, and she know he gonna get in his feelings some kind of way. She know he gonna get in his in his feelings some kind of way, and before you know it, she got him in a full court press. She got him on a seesaw going up and down, up and down, up and down. And
But it's his lack of uh emotional maturity, his behaviors, the way he act that causes all this, and after a while, the woman just she wants somebody that can handle their emotions and their feelings, because those guys think about this. Just the fact that you brought that up, I can remember an incident with the guy. We were out, shooting pool, and
Mm-hmm.
some guys came in and they was at the other table, and guys being guys, when they hang together, the guys was like, man, you need some help over there, that's a lot of woman over there, you need some help with her. Oh Lord. And the guys just, one of the guys just was drilling it hard, 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 like everything. He kept kind of saying something, to even to where his boys say, man, come on now, chill out. And he wouldn't. But the guy I was with and dating at that time, well, in a relationship with at that time, he was just getting crazy. And I'm like, dude, there's six of them. It's just me and you. Why are you entertaining that? We're going to leave together. So why are you entertaining that? And he just got outraged with me, started cursing and, don't tell me what the fuck to do. Niggas acting like this, I kick their ass. Just all like just going off. And I'm like, this makes no sense. It does not make me look at you like a man that could protect me, because you're willing to put us both at risk for your ego. Are you crazy?
Yeah, some of
They'll
them niggas
do
will
it
crash out, man. Some of them, hey, the
completely.
jailhouse packed full of dudes that'll crash out, man. That done crashed
Completely.
out. That done completely got out of they 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 character.
Hmm.
That done completely got out of their character.
Judgment gone. Completely gone.
When I saw my wife in bed with my cousin brother, and I tell you, I broke. I snapped. I worked like a dog to make sure my wife don't break up a sweat. I told her, don't have to do the housework. I do it. I told her, don't cook. I'll do it.
So, did your wife survive?
My wife hit the floor dead. I shot her 3 times on the chest. I was going to say sternum. 3 times on the chest. My wife hit the floor dead. I dropped on my knees. I took the wedding ring out of her finger and I put it over my finger. From 2004 to now, I've not touched a woman and I'm proud. I'm proud. I don't need a female. I don't need a female. For what? The 5-10 minutes of pleasure comes with a load. Comes with a load. Because when I told my wife I love you, I meant it. Even my small son asked me, you never married after your wife. No. I fell in love once. Not twice.
Do you miss her still?
I'll always love her.
See the
Oh
funny
Lord,
thing,
this truly example of love you to death. Don't love me like that.
but how can you tell a man how deep to fall in love with you?
Jesus, I don't want to be
See, see,
loved to
see.
where.
This is the thing. See, women want men to fall in love, but they don't want, but they don't want them to fall in love to a certain point.
But
And sometimes men can go so deep until that's no return. That's no return. And that love can turn into violence. It can turn into vitriol. It can turn into uh a hatred.
mm-mm. He completely lost control. Nothing is worth killing someone over, and then, talking about he don't need a woman. Shoot, a woman don't need him. I don't want a man to be that out of control and call that love. That is not love. Love does not hurt. No, you ain't hurting me. If you love me, you ain't shooting me. How can you love me and then shoot me 3 times in my chest?
Well, listen, I mean, I don't see how a person that yeah, you can love somebody and be violent towards them. People do that all the time. They do that all the time. Just because you violent towards your person doesn't mean that you love them. It means that you can't control yourself. It means that you don't let the anger get the best of you.
That's the sickness. That's not love.
I mean, you call it what you want. For some reason, you invoked a feeling in him, and to the
And
point
that's
where
the
he can't handle it. He can't handle himself. He can't
that
handle
means he's
himself.
not in control of his emotions. That's
Yeah,
that's
that's
something
true.
within you.
That's
That's not
true.
something, that's not a way of showing affection and love towards anyone when you can't control yourself and your own emotions. That is not love.
So do you think it's meant for men to fall in love with women?
I think that love is meant for anyone. Love is meant for women to fall in love with men.
I tell
Because
you what,
think
here,
about
this
that.
a better question. This a better question. So since you say that a person could never do that to you if they love you, so does that mean that if someone loves another person, they should not wrong them in any kind of way? There's no possible way that that person can wrong the person that they are in love with.
Of course, people wrong the people that
Okay,
they're in
so
love
so,
with,
so
but
stop right
even
there.
when you wrong,
Stop right there. Stop right there, because I'm going somewhere. Follow me. Okay, so if you can wrong them, then that means you're trying to, for lack of better words, determine how much wrong they can do to you until it's not love. Since you saying that somebody can, if somebody delete the other person because they're so emotional, they've fallen so head over heels in love with that person until they do something, they do the ultimate thing to them, and that's delete them. And you saying that person can't love them if that happens. But on the other hand, you just said that a person can love someone and wrong them. You get what I'm saying?
I said, kill them. Kill them.
Well,
If you love me, why would you want to see me dead?
because you're violent and out of control. You don't want, because you ever see them stories where the man will do something to the wife, delete the wife, and then turn around and just say, "Man, I didn't mean to do it. I'm so sorry. I was so in love with them. I was so in I was, she's my everything." They do that
No,
all the time.
no.
They do it
That
all
was
the time.
because they're caught. That's because they're caught. You have to be somewhere else and some type of monster to want to take another human being life
That's
and
true.
then say it's in the name of love. See, we like to throw that word love around and say a lot of things is because of love, but it ain't got nothing to do with love. Just like men who cheat on women and still say I love you. You know, why did you cheat on me if you love me?
So you
See,
don't
we
think
like
men? So you
we
don't
like
think
to
a
throw
man?
love around so
So are you
easily.
saying that a man, if a man cheats or anybody cheats on the other person, they can't love that person?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that people take their feelings and their emotions as priority over love when it's convenient for them. So when I'm feeling some type of way, I'm going to react in the way that I'm feeling. The love is gone out the door. I'm mad now. I'm angry. So I want to kill you. So I don't love you right now because I want to kill you. I don't love you right now because I want to sleep with someone else. That's what I'm saying. The love is conditional.
Pull your
It's not
microphone a little bit closer.
unconditional. It's based on how they feel.
Pull
And
your
that's not the
microphone a
way
little bit
love is
closer.
supposed to be.
Pull your microphone a little bit closer. Yeah, that sound. Now you sound better. Say something.
I said that's
There
not
you
the way
go.
love is supposed to be.
Yeah. Well, it's not supposed to be that way, but people get out of control, man, all the time. People get out of control. Even when you have a mother chastising a child, a mother can chastise a child and be sorry for because they chastised them too hard or they gave them too harsh of a punishment. It doesn't mean the mother don't love the child. It means that they made her overreacted.
And she overreacted because she chastised the child in her anger, in her, her feelings and in her
So that
emotions, instead of waiting till another time till she had
and that
calmed
can be
down.
true. That can be true. I agree with you on that. But do you think that she don't love the child?
No, no, no. I didn't say she didn't love the
So
child.
that's what I'm saying.
It's not that she don't love the
That's the
child,
point that
but
I'm making.
the love for the child should have made her wait to react, to chastise the child and not chastise the child in anger. No, I chastise you in anger and you got all these webs and stuff all over your body. And then I come back and then say, baby, I'm sorry. Mama didn't mean to hit you that hard. Well, if you would have walked in love when you were angry with me, then maybe you wouldn't have hit me that hard.
No, look, you know the deal. And we've done this before, and I think it's a pretty good deal for you. I mean, you don't have to pay anything.
Okay, and what would your wife think?
Who cares what she thinks? Hey, is she here? No. Don't worry about her.
I told you that last time was the last time. So.
Okay, but you don't seem to get it. You're either gonna take your clothes off and do what we did before. I mean, we've done it twice already. So we can do it again just like that. Nobody has to know.
I'm just gonna have to tell your wife, Mr. Robert.
Oh, okay. I'll put her out on the street just like I'll put your ass out on the street. Don't worry, I pay her rent too. You know, I pay all her bills. Okay, look, are you, you're gonna either do, what do you want me to do? Hey, I'll take you out on a date. Would that help?
No.
Would that make you feel better?
No.
Okay.
No, it wouldn't. No.
Okay, look, you got about 35 minutes to take off your clothes. The bed's right out here, and we're gonna do it, and then you can pay me the rent later. You won't have to worry about it anymore.
No, a bit more time.
Man, you look at something like this and you'd be like, man, there's no way. This got to not be real. This got to be a skit. You would think that. But boy, they talking about Skip around here paying them, talking about offering a woman 1.5 million. So, hey, I don't know now. I don't know about that. It's starting to be more believable and believable as we see these kind of stories come out.
Now, come on. We really know whether at first his face is kind of blacked out, so you can't really say it's a skit. But even if it's a skit, we do know that some of these landlords do this to women and you know, walk around and want to have sexual favors for, you know, payment of the rent. You know, but this man here just told her, let's do it. We did it before, and then you can give me the rent later. Oh no, if I'm sleeping with you, I ain't giving you nothing.
And they
Not a
doing it like
quarter.
it seems like it's more of a business transaction. Like, you know how you would be kind of subtle. This ain't no subtlety at all, man. It do, you know, we did it before. You know, just
No,
take
he's
off your
making
clothes.
demands.
Like, man, come on, dog. God damn. Come
Because
on,
the
man.
bottom line is he knows that this woman is for her to move and get out of there and find somewhere to stay. Mad enough, she doesn't have the rent right now. So putting her out on the street would further, you know, devastate her situation. So of course he's taking advantage of that situation and saying what he's saying. But the bottom line to me, I really don't care what you say and how you do it. If I'm giving you my body, which I wouldn't do that, but if I give you my body, I'll be damned if you get some rent.
You know what? To come to think about it, I think there's a statute for this kind of behavior. I think it's a statute for this, if I'm not mistaken. Man, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it is. I really think it is. Because he's sitting up there trying to get a transaction for sex.
Mm-hmm.
And now she got the video. Not only could he be going to jail, but man, he probably gonna own them properties that he got. She probably gonna own them properties that he got.
Either her or the wife, because he said, I'll put her out too. You forget I pay her rent. So this is just a man that has no regards for women at all.
He about to, I'm gonna tell you right now, he about to lose them properties. He about to lose them property. With this video, if this is real and it shows up in the court of law, he through. He through. I promise you that. Because she gonna sue his ass completely off. A lawsuit so big that all his assets gonna be gone.
But you know, there's another side to that. You got to think this woman looks fairly young. Most young women who are in these situations, who's just trying to get by, they're not going to no lawyers. They're not trying to tell nobody about what's going on in their life. They're just trying to get by and live their life. And here it is. He's using this to his advantage, because a lot of them ain't gonna go out there and find a lawyer. You know, they're not gonna go out and, you know, look for help. You know, they're just trying to get through this. They don't even realize that there's help out there for them.
So quick span, what you mean he's not gonna lose? I don't know what you talking about, because let me tell you how this works. File a lawsuit against him, bring this video to court, bring it to court, and sue his ass. And the lawsuit is gonna be big enough until he probably gonna have to file bankruptcy. And then the assets, they're gonna liquidate the assets and give them to you. Yeah, they are going to put a lien on all this property. The one that she's staying in, he's gonna have to pay. Period. Hello,
She
that's
said,
true. He's
now
supposed to
that
be.
Trump's in office, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
He said
Well,
no.
man, I take all that shit back, man. You probably right. I take that shit back.
He said
I
that
take
ain't
it back.
happening.
You probably right, man. You probably right. You probably
It ain't
right,
going
Gene.
down like that, he said. A
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
stuff gonna get brushed under the
You probably
table and
right. Yes, yes,
overlooked.
yes.
That's what
Yeah,
he's saying.
yeah. Fuck what I just said.
He
Shit,
says
fuck what I
running
just
to the
said.
law ain't gonna be good for us no more.
Trump in office. That shit out the window, cuz. But still, I still try to do it though. Cause you never know, man. You never know. But
Come on now,
this shit happen
these
more
young
often than
women
not.
are not going to be trying to do that. They're not. They're afraid already. They're just trying to get by, and his ass trying to take advantage. But you know what she needs to do? She need to call a posse, and she give her my number. We'll call a posse. I bet you when they get finished whooping that ass, his ass won't be worrying about no rent no more. She'll be staying there free. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do when they do that kind of stuff. You meet it with the same kind of resistance. Put some pain on that ass. Get some of your brothers, get some of your cousins. If you don't know nothing, if it's real, call me, honey. I know a couple of. They'll just do it for the free.
Shit. Hey, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what he needs.
Ass whooping might be, in store for him.
Trust me.
That might be the answer.
He'll tell her she could stay forever when they get finished. Shit.
Yeah, man, because I don't know. It just seemed like, you would man, some dirty ass people out here, man.
Yes.
It's just some dirty ass people. Some of these damn videos be skits, but let me tell you, this shit happen in real life, and there's some dirty, nasty ass people out here that's willing to do certain things, man. Just look at what happened up there at Fox News and all the reports that came out, or not Fox News, but FS1. Look at all that, man. They had a culture of just sleeping around and doing all kind of freaky shit, having a freak off up there. Allegedly.
Well, media says pay the rent. He right. He said pay the rent. Don't even put yourself in a situation, which is right. You got to look at that too. And I'm glad he kind of threw that in there. If you just pay your rent and be on time with your rent, you ain't got to worry about that because he can't harass you if you paying your rent. So you got to look at that too. She ain't got the money to pay the rent. You can't live for free. So that's another thing. So like he's saying, if you got your rent money, you can avoid this.
No, because this is the type of guy he is. It don't matter if you don't pay your rent. He's gonna find a way to come over there and harass you some kind of way because he's looking for some kind of sexual favors. That's what it boils down to. He's looking for some sexual favors, and if it ain't that, it's gonna be something else. That's just kind of guy he seems like.
And that's true. There are some that are like that, but if you're paying your rent, that kind of alleviates that situation. That takes that off the table. I'm not saying that he's not going to come at her about something else if she needs something fixed in the house or whatever. But at least if you're paying your rent, matter of fact, if you're paying your rent, your landlord don't need to be at your damn door. Mail him the damn rent. Don't come over here.
Yeah, but that's just like trying to put duct tape on a water leak. That shit ain't gonna work. Yeah, you paid your rent on time, but you're gonna find his way over there. If that man see that fine ass woman walking up to that door every day, and he know that you a fine woman, that's somebody he want to mess with, he gonna find his way over there some kind of way. Now, like I said, the good thing is that she recording all this shit, and she can try to file for a lawsuit. And at the minimum, he gonna have to spend some money on some lawyers to try to get up out of this here some kind of way. So that I mean, she doing the right thing. She doing the right thing by recording it, and that's her best weapon. At least she got something.
I just think young women shouldn't use these private landlords anyway. Use a company or somewhere. Find a building that's ran by different, people. When you mess with these private landlords, you kind of open yourself up for this kind of activity anyway. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that could be true.
So, y'all know I told y'all, old dude played me out my money. I'm done with him, but now I'm desperate, doing whatever. My homegirl told me about this app. I downloaded it, upload my pictures, somebody hit me up, or whatever. You know what kind of app it is. I can't really, get into details, but, just use the contact clues. So, they sent me the location. I stopped and gave me a bottle of Don Julio. drink the whole bottle so I could be on my level. I never did this, but it's anything for my kids or whatever. So get there, it's more than one man or whatever. But me, oh well. Originally, he said he had 5,000 for me. Then he was like, okay, I have 3,000. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just doing it for my children. So I start with the easiest one. I feel like, all right, he old, he real old. They always old, but I'm like, he the oldest, he gonna be fast. You know, I do what I gotta do. RWEDY, my name is Reed, I gotta ride. Whatever. Use them out. Whatever. Do what my sister taught me. So then when I'm finished, they was like, okay, we gonna sell you 5,000. You just Apple Pay 2,000 back. So I did that. Made my money. Went home, showered. I just felt so nasty. Why did I wake up to an overdraft bank account? So apparently it was a scam. So the money is gone. I lost out on the money. My jaws hurt. My private area hurt. And I'm back at square one. Like, life really is life. And for me,
Man, there used to be a time
Oh my God.
where there used to be a time where people was so embarrassed or women was so embarrassed to be associated with shit like this. There used to be a time. Now I don't know where we turn the damn corner at. I really don't know. But go ahead and say what you got.
I think what you're thinking is women will be so embarrassed to be associated with stuff like this. Man, this woman, it's just that now it's being put to the forefront on social media and people are using these outlets to talk about that kind of stuff. But there's plenty of women that was sleeping with men to pay their bills. And there's still women that's out there sleeping with men to pay their bills. And she just got. Like, the golden rule, the cardinal rule is get the money before you even go there. And then if you go somewhere and you find that there are 3 men waiting on you, why would you stay by yourself? That is crazy to me. So you know you was going to got some kind of way. Nothing about that was appropriate. Like, that wasn't even a cardinal rule if you're sleeping with somebody for sex, for money. Why would you go somewhere and there's 3 men there and you stay for that? And then you cash out? What you doing that at? Who cash apping anything if I'm paid for hire? Who would do that? We already know Cash App is a joke all the time. People get taken all the time on Cash App. And then you willing to let them send you some money and send you back. So that tells you she was stupid from the beginning. Just the fact that she decided to concoct this and go do it and go through with it was crazy. And then the fact that there was 3 men and you still went through with it was crazy. And then when the men said anything about Cash App and didn't have your money when you got there, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. Just living this kind of lifestyle, it man, that's 1,000 damn thing can go wrong and shit when you trying to pull shit like this. So for me to sit up here and say, well, if you would have went left instead of go right, well, if you should have called, if you should have not left this in place, man, all that old man, no, you shouldn't even be. And then the one thing that I did here is, man, you always want to put your children in the forefront as some kind of damn excuse for why you want to live your life like this. And what about all the women that's working low paying jobs and they refuse to live this kind of lifestyle?
Yeah.
Take your ass up there to Burger King somewhere and fill out an application. Go to the Waffle House. They're gonna hire you at the Waffle House, especially if you got some hands. Shit. If you got some hands, you gonna work at the Waffle House because they need all the hands they can get. And I ain't talking about no damn. I'm talking about goddamn fists. That's what I'm talking about.
Leave Waffle House alone.
So, how about you do that? That will make more sense. And study and come on, man. That's just a cheap way. That's just a cheap way out in life.
But that's the way that she's doing it on a cheaper level. But it's being done all the time. They meeting these athletes and having kids for them, and all these little tricks and trades. You got all these little game shows where they going on, and the men are paying them 40 grand. Like I watched one little show on YouTube, and a guy was paying 3 guys was paying a one woman $40,000 a month. All three of them to take turns. So this is in the forefront. This is what people are.
Man,
This is what they're doing. It's not being hidden anymore. It's not a secret anymore. People are doing pay for hire. Plain and simple. They got the game shows. I think it was called tricking or something to the effect like that. Like they just doing this kind of stuff. Nobody wants to work. They just
well,
won't get.
I don't know. Well, shit. If they got $40,000 spent on a woman, somebody got to be doing some kind of work.
Well, that's the men. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that shit. Well, you ain't gonna never run out of tricks. The
Yeah.
motherfuckers, they don't die. They multiply, cuz. I'm gonna tell you, tricks and simps. Well, I don't know. That could be one and the same, but they don't
There you
die.
go.
They shit, man.
There you go. What did I tell you about
Yeah,
that?
that's that. They gonna be there, and it's always gonna be. Ladies, y'all not gonna run out of them.
Well,
So
it's the oldest profession,
yeah,
since in
you ain't
time.
finna run out of them.
Selling it's the older profession. And the lady said she had to feed her kids. So she had to do what she had to do. That's all.
No, she had to do what she wanted to do. That's what that shit boiled
Just
down
unfortunately,
to.
she didn't get her money.
She had to do what she wanted to do.
Told to pay child support for a kid that is not yours or go to jail. That was the order the state handed down to a Detroit man.
So today he turned himself in, but here's what happened when 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell went with him to court.
Carnell Alexander walked into the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice knowing in moments he could lose his freedom.
I stayed up all night, couldn't sleep, thinking about it.
Carnell is a wanted man because he refuses to do what the state orders and pay child support for a child that DNA tests prove isn't his. A child he doesn't even know.
I haven't even had a chance to really speak to him, except for one time when we took the DNA test.
Nonetheless, right now, under the law, he's a deadbeat dad. Today, he turned himself in to the judge as ordered.
Scared because I've been before this judge before.
But this time he had attorney Cherika Harris, who volunteered to help after seeing his story on 7 Action News. The judge said he will not go to jail for today.
Thank you. Thank Ms. Harris. And hope that we can resolve this soon.
I'm just trying to help him with his future.
Though the threat of jail is on hold, it is not over. Carnell Alexander still owes more than $30,000 to the state for a child that's not his because the mom wrote his name down because she needed to name someone in order to get welfare benefits.
And I had to put him down as the father. That was the only way I can get assistance.
Now,
I'm almost homeless. I'm almost in jail. I'm out of.
Man, that's what I don't like about the court system, man. They already know this some bullshit. This ain't nothing but a waste of money. And you know what? Only people who get anything out of this is the court system and the lawyers, because this is bullshit. You got video saying it. Listen, I had to write the man name down just to get some government assistance. I had to write the man name down.
And he have the DNA
you
test.
got the damn. Listen, throw that bullshit out. And matter of fact, you probably should throw her ass. I ain't gonna say throw. I don't believe in criminalizing child support. That shit shouldn't be no criminal offense. It should be civil only. But you should fine the hell out of her for that dumb shit. Because that's really stealing. Really, that's stealing. You lied. And you admitted to, I had to write somebody's name down in order to get, and you didn't even know for sure who it was. So you should automatically be fined for doing some shit like that. Automatic, off the top.
Yeah. Like I said, I've always believed in every child. I don't care if you're married. I don't care if it's your boyfriend or whoever it is. Every child that's born needs to be DNA tested at birth, so we can stop this foolishness. But like you always tell me, the courts won't do that because that would stop a lot of this money that they're taking from these men and putting these men through that. And I'm sorry, just the bottom line, because this continues to be a problem. We see it over and over in fraternity court. We see men every day. You can just go down there to civil court and you will see them men sitting in there waiting for some judge to throw their ass in jail behind some child support that it may not be their children. And that's the bottom line. And just like the women say, well, I do it because I need assistance. So we need to have some title laws about signing somebody's name to a damn birth certificate and saying that's their child when it's not. There should be some type of repercussions for that first. And every child that's born, whether you married to the person or not married to the person, need to have a DNA test just to make sure, so that man will know that that's his child. And that's just the bottom line. They may not like it, they may not want to hear it, but that will put a halt to that, because the DNA don't lie. So if the DNA can be used to prove a man is the child and not a child after years after, then let's avoid that and make it mandatory that when you run tests on every infant that's born, that DNA test is a part of the regular lab work, so that we will know that without failure, these men, that's their child. And that would do away with a lot of it. It would stop it altogether. But they don't want to do that, because then you leave a lot of children not knowing. A lot of men won't show up. You won't even know.
Yeah. They're not interested in fixing the
No.
problem.
They're
not interested in fixing the problem. Listen, you see, Gene said, my family talked to me when I was 8 or 9 years old. They was teaching me about women. I never been married, and I don't have no kids. I'm glad that I wasn't hard-headed. Yeah. Thank God you listen, brother. Thank God you listen. Because
don't do
it's
that.
a lot of guys, it's a lot of cats out here getting jammed up, man.
Don't
getting
do that.
jammed up for real.
Because when you create that narrative, you then create a narrative that all women are bad. And that's not true. God designed us to be together. The man and woman, we're designed for each other, and we need each other. Yes, there are some bad people out there. There's some bad men. There's some bad women. But there are also some couples that are working. It's a good marriage. It's working together. And nobody should want to grow old alone. So to create that narrative when people bring you up and say, oh, women are bad, don't get married, don't have any kids, blah, blah, blah. You have to just be careful and watch how you choose, because someday that may come back to haunt you. If you don't have any kids, what happens to you when you get old? You may regret that decision not to ever carry on your seed or your legacy. So I don't think teaching men not to have children or to never get married is the solution to some people who are out there taking advantage of marriage and of men that have kids with them. Not all women are bad women. Not all men are bad men. So we need to get back to a form of putting a message out of people trying to be decent and do things in order, and stop trying to hurt each other with all this other stuff that we're doing. The child support, the lying about this not your child, or cheating. Those are the things that we need to correct, not say, oh, the solution is for man and woman not to be together. Really?
Yeah.
So you're taught to go out there and live in sin and screw around.
I cannot deal with this shit. I'm about to crash out, son. Come on, I'm telling you what it is. Can't keep doing this shit with you. I'm on a high surface right now. Take me back, bitch. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna do it. I swear I'll do it. Take me back. I love you. I love you. I'm about to jump. I'm about to say you taking me back right now. I'm about to jump.
She took you back?
Yeah!
Come back, nigga. You knew you wasn't gonna jump, nigga.
Bro, I had this shit planned the whole time, bro. All you gotta do is just play victim and act a little delulu and crazy, nigga. Everything good back at the crib.
You gonna keep cheating on your bitch?
Of course. Every time I cheat on her and she finds out, which is rare, I'm gonna play victim, act suicidal. She's gonna feel bad, and I'm back, baby. Yeah, I might have been cheated for 4 years, but I love her. I don't love these other bitches. I just wanna fuck. But her, I fuck her with love. Coming home to her every night, bro. The way she hold me, bro. She cooking and shit. She rub my balls. Like these other bitches don't do that. She licked the gooch. Like, it's just levels to this shit.
Feeding, gang.
I'm about to call her, bro.
Don't call her, bro.
I'm about to call her, bro. Oh, I love that bitch.
Man, you'd be surprised how many people sit around with this kind of rational way of thinking or non-rational way of thinking. And it's some goofy shit right here. Yeah, it's a straight goofball. But dudes they be out here doing this in kind of crap.
And let me tell you what she's thinking. Man, that nigga love me so much, he about to kill himself over me. He's so in love with me, he about to hurt himself over me. I better not do that because I don't want that on my hand. Man, when I would have got that call, I would have said, nigga, what you waiting for to jump?
Yeah, jump.
Jump.
I'll go take a policy out on his ass. What she sure to do. Next
So
time you pull that shit, go take a policy out on him.
when you get to the bottom, I'll know that you were serious. Go
Yeah.
jump. Go jump.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit.
Because like he said,
Man,
he's
I
not
mean,
going to
you'd be
stop cheating.
surprised, man.
He's going to
It's
use
people.
this as excuse.
Mhm.
Anytime he cheats, he going to play the emotional, suicidal person. And he's going to do that. And she's going to take him back, which is crazy. Like, how many times he got to do this to you for you to realize he ain't shit? This a ain't shit nigga. See, and this is what we talking about. We just saying the women are bad, but see, when you have ain't shit niggas like that, they destroy the good women. He ain't shit. And she
Yeah,
over there thinking that nigga love her. Oh,
this
he's
is
about to kill himself over me. He loved me so much, he's about to kill himself. I can't let him kill himself. Nigga, jump.
yeah,
Jump.
I had a homegirl like that. Every time you look around, man, her and the old man get into it, and he talking about leaving her for somebody else, man. She always be up at the hospital out of breath. Talking about, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Every time you look around, the ambulance coming over there. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. So
Please.
finally, man, I was just like, well, shit. Don't call me. Don't call me.
Please. The first law of nature is self-preservation. If you don't love yourself, how can you love somebody else? And ain't no damn way in the world I am going to ever say I'm going to kill myself, hurt myself, or do anything to myself for someone else. I got to love me before I know how to love you. So anybody that believes a person is going to do all those things to themselves in the name of love, something is wrong with them. Something is wrong with them, because I'm not going to let somebody hold me hostage to that. And there's a lot of people who really serious, like he's being an asshole and using it as a tool. But there are people who are serious that will tell their loved one or the person they're in love with when they done screwed up and that person want to leave them, to go ahead on and say they're going to take their life. If you don't stay with me, if you leave me, I'm going to kill myself.
Shit, you
If you
got that
leave me,
right.
I'm going to do this and all that. Man, no,
You got
no
that
one
right.
should be held to that kind of, that's too much stress. You can't spend your life stressing, worrying about if somebody's going to hurt themselves if it's not working for you. Relationships sometimes don't work out. And it's
Man.
not my job to make sure you don't harm yourself because you ain't doing the right thing in a relationship for me to stay with you. That's a lack of self-love.
Yeah,
You
I
gotta
mean,
love yourself before you can love anybody else.
yeah, I ain't finna be with nobody that's constantly trying to talk about they love me so much they willing to take their own life. No, I ain't finna be doing that. I ain't finna be doing that. Jean say, I got a best friend, ex-best friend, love sleeping with married women. I've also dumped my girlfriend. I think they did something. That's not the reason I've dumped.
It was
It's
a
a
long.
long, crazy story. Yeah, I mean, shit, man. If you think they sleeping around with your best friend, then shit. What
Well,
else
he
need to
said
be
his
said,
best
cuz?
friend loves sleeping with married women. So we know why men like that love sleeping with married women, because there are a lot of men who don't want the responsibility. So another man bears all the responsibility and he gets to have all the pleasure. So it's okay. And there's a lot of men that function in that way. And there's some women that function in that way. I'll go out there and sleep with a married man because I don't have to cook for him. I don't have to clean up for him. I don't have to put up with his shit. All I have to do is have fun with him. We gonna go to dinner, we gonna take trips, and we gonna have sex, and he gonna buy me shit. Same way. Those are people who don't want to be responsible in life. So of course they don't mind tampering with somebody else's. But the problem there is not them. The problem is the person who made the commitment. You're the one who doing wrong. You made the commitment. It is your job to protect your spouse, your mate. That's your job. It's not the person who coming at you. You need to say to that person, no, I'm not going to mess up my home messing around with you, because they already don't want to be responsible. So they'll fuck up your home and then turn around. What you going to do? Because they ain't going to be there for you, because they moving on to the next, because they don't want to be responsible. That's why they're comfortable with messing with a married woman or a married man.
You got that right, because shit, you ain't got to worry about dealing with the damn attitude problems. You ain't got to worry about the bills. You ain't got to worry about dealing with that person when you don't feel like dealing with them, listening to their problems, doing none of that stuff. All you got is the good times. That's all.
But
That's
let you
all.
be one of those women who, when he come through that door to be with you, and you fussing and you complaining, oh, I ain't seen you in 2 days, and I ain't do this and I ain't do that. I bet you she won't be seem like such a prize then, because no man wants that. They don't want to mess around on the side with the side woman, and she causing them just as many problems as the wife at home. No,
Exactly.
they only want fun. That's only the fun part of it. And that's all they want to do. But, I mean, your friend should stop sleeping, because guess what? That could ultimately get him hurt, because some people are crazy behind a wife and a girlfriend. And that's a friend I wouldn't even want to have, because like you just said, you're probably right about him sleeping with your old lady, because if he doing it with other people's wife, what makes you think your woman is off limit? See, sometimes we need to think about that. We hanging around with these old bum ass people who doing this, and they come and brag to us about what they doing. You better watch them, because they'll do it to you.
Yeah. Trust your best friend with your life, not your wife. That's all I can tell you. Trust him with your life, not your wife. Because he will turn around, guys. I've seen it so many times, man. You trust a guy, thinking that he got your best interest at heart, and before you know it, he backdooring you. He backdooring, going messing with your old lady and stuff like that. But then again, hey.
And then he said he got a girlfriend. He said, right, I told him that someone can hurt him. He got a girlfriend. They live together. She knows about him. So, bottom line.
Yep.
So this girl is willing to stay there and take the abuse from him. Cheating on her could possibly bring her something home. Like, come on, now leave that dude. Like, why would she stay in that kind of relationship anyway if she knows he out there messing with married women? I wouldn't even be with this dude. This dude is dangerous on every level. Because one of them husbands can walk up on you while you with this dude and handle him.
Yep.
This dude is reckless.
Be schooled out, cool. Be schooled out. Man, you can run on for a long time. And I mean, you might think it's cute. You run around here sleeping with your best friend woman and married women, but that shit gonna come back to you, bro. You gonna mess around and meet somebody that you care about, and then she gonna be for the streets.
And clearly he don't care about his girlfriend. Because if she know he's sleeping with other women, he's continuing to do it, and he that kind of dude, he don't care about her, so she wasting her time. She needs to move on. I don't care what he offering and what she think he got. I wouldn't be with him.
Absolutely not.
Because he ain't shit.
Nope. Well, look here, guys. We're finna wrap this thing up, man, and get on up out of here. And like I say, we're gonna probably be doing this in live. I'm try to see if we can work this thing in there, and we're gonna see how it's gonna flow. We're gonna see how it's gonna flow. But listen, man, I appreciate all y'all coming. Appreciate y'all stopping in. And until next time, man. Hey, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all.
Peace. See y'all.